Let's be honest. That project plan you keep putting off, that email from your boss you glance at and say, I'll deal with it tomorrow, that workout you know you should do, but end up scrolling on your phone instead. That's not just a bad habit. No, it's so much worse than that. It is an insanely addictive behavior. That's right, you heard me. It's as addictive as any drug because it operates on the abuse of an endogenous drug, a high-grade substance that your own body produces. And today we're going to expose that mechanism completely. Welcome back to Zenfonic Audio, the place where we get real about getting better. And let's be honest, one more time. So the very people who truly need to hear this audio the most are probably the ones who will listen to it last. Why? Because they procrastinate. You know it. You know deep down that this habit is sabotaging your life in the most brutal way. It's robbing you of opportunities. Think about it. That promotion could have been yours if only that report was submitted one day earlier with more care. That relationship could have been stronger if only you didn't postpone that difficult but necessary conversation. Your health would be in a different place if that workout plan ever left the paper. So you know all this, and yet what happens? You even procrastinate on finding a way to stop procrastinating. How messed up is that? Am I right or am I right? So before we dive deeper, I want you to do one thing. I probably pause this audio after one beat and drop a comment below. Be honest with yourself. 1. What specific task are you currently procrastinating on? So what tools or methods have you tried to fight it? And 3, how did they work out for you? So do it now. Don't put off hitting that comment button. It's right there. Go. All right, I trust you've been honest with yourselves. Thank you for that courage. Now, let's dissect the very nature of this beast so we can treat the root cause, not just the symptoms. And first, let's get this straight. We are not born procrastinators. A newborn baby, when it's hungry, it cries for food immediately. It doesn't wait. So where does this habit come from? It stems from 2 fundamental root causes you absolutely must understand. The first root cause is boredom. You have to do things you're not excited about. Our modern brain is wired for constant stimulation, 15-second TikTok videos, endless Facebook feeds, binge-worthy Netflix shows. It's used to being coddled with instant. So when faced with a task that requires long, sustained focus and is frankly dull, like filtering 1,000 rows in an Excel file, reading a dense academic paper, your brain rebels. It screams, "This is boring. Find something fun."
And so you procrastinate.
Here's a question for you. Right now, what is the single most boring task you're putting off? Right, name it in the comments below. So, call it out. The second root cause is deeper, more subtle, and far more terrifying. Fear. And there are many flavors of this fear. First, there's the fear of failure, the fear of judgment. You have a brilliant business idea, but never start because you're afraid it won't succeed. You want to write a book, but stop after a few pages because you're terrified people will read it and think it's terrible. This fear of not being good enough paralyzes you. Procrastination becomes a defense mechanism. I didn't fail, I just haven't done it yet. The second type of fear is even more twisted, the fear of success. Sounds crazy, right? So, but think about it. If you ace this project, your boss will give you an even bigger one. More responsibility, more higher expectations, more pressure. Success comes with a burden, and a part of you is terrified of that burden. So it subconsciously holds you back. And finally, there's the fear of ambiguity, of uncertainty. Starting a new career path, taking on a new role, entering a new relationship, these are all filled with unknowns. And instead of facing that uncertainty, we choose the safer option, doing nothing at all. And so what about you? Be brutally honest with yourself. Which fear holds you back the most? Well, same fear of failure, fear of success, or the fear of the unknown. Let me know in the comments. I genuinely want to hear from you. And this is where the addict inside you wakes up. When you procrastinate until the very last minute, one day, a few hours, maybe even minutes before the deadline, your body finally senses danger. The danger of getting fired, of failing a class, of letting someone down. Instantly, your brain activates your adrenal glands, pumping out two powerful endogenous drugs, adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline gets your heart pounding, blood rushes to your brain, your senses sharpen. So cortisol jacks up your blood sugar, boosts your anti-inflammatory response, and suppresses pain. And then you summon the inner beast. You become a superhuman working at 200% capacity. You put an all-nighter and complete a week's worth of work in a few hours. What a rush. What a rush. And after you survive this near-death experience, after you hit send and collapse in relief, your brain rewards you with a powerful natural painkiller, endorphins. It soothes all the exhaustion and brings a feeling of euphoria, bliss, a blissful sense of calm. So this is the loop. Stress, explosion, reward, high. This is what turns you into a procrastination addict without you even realizing it. What's the price you pay? It's exhausted health, fractured relationships, and most importantly, procrastination ensures you never reach your full potential. you never find out how great you could truly be. Your results will forever be a C+, a B-, just enough to pass. So what do the masters do? The ones who truly own their game. They don't abuse the beast. They tame it. Here's the secret. Listen closely. They always start early and complete 90% of the work. For example, if the deadline is Friday, they'll have 90% of it done by Tuesday. They have a complete draft, a solid framework, a good enough product. Then they save the final 10% for the last moments, Thursday or Friday morning. In that moment, they still summon the beast. They still get that adrenaline rush, but not to escape disaster. They use it to elevate, to create those final brilliant breakthroughs that take the result from 90% to 110. See the difference? One uses the beast to survive. The other uses it to become a legend. So, to break this vicious cycle, you must tackle the roots, fear, and boredom. If you're serious about this, check out the links in the description for my deeper dives on healing past traumas and rediscovering your passion. Those are deeper journeys we can take together. But if right now this analysis felt brutally honest and hit a little too close to home, then don't procrastinate. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss more deep dives like this in the future. And every single like and subscription is a powerful dopamine hit for me to keep creating valuable content for you. This is Zenfonic audio. Be honest, be better. See you in the next one.